Oh, it's live. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Check, check,
Can you hear me?
check, check,
Can you hear me?
check, check.
Can you hear me?
Check, check.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, you saying
Yeah, that's
check,
what I
check.
was yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why yeah, I mean, yeah, check, check.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying check, check because you couldn't hear me.
No, 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 no. I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank everyone who has joined us for the Journey of Self Growth podcast episode number 4, um, featuring today's guest, Jason Washington. Um, For those who are not familiar with this podcast, the podcast is based around the idea of self growth, or some people know it as self development. Um, it's an action that can only be done by the individual. And so we're going to be discussing that concept and sharing our perspective on it in terms of our own individual walks in life.
Yes, yes.
So, Jason, what can you tell me about yourself?
Um, Again, I'm Jason Washington. Brand name PHL, pushing up the lifestyles. You can find my platform on Instagram, PHL pushing up the lifestyles, and also YouTube, PHL pushing up the lifestyles. Can you repeat that question again?
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm from Richmond, California, born and raised, South Side. Uh, man, grew up on a 30 block as a young kid, in and out of trouble, but playing sports throughout my life, trying to chase my dreams. Uh, Went to numerous elementaries around the South Side Central areas. Went to Portland Middle School. Then went to El Cerrito High School. Played football, basketball. Also attempted to play baseball, but it got kind of boring. So I just attended playing football and basketball. I later concentrated on football and developed more skills and ended up getting a football scholarship to Fresno State University. Um, After I had some ups and downs with that, being a teenager going to college, it was kind of hard to transition, being that I was 17, 18 years old when I first went to college. But it was a journey, man. It was a journey. Later, I went to Fresno City College and then got a scholarship in football to another D2 school up in Texas, Wichita Falls. Went to Midwestern State where I played 2 years there and got the opportunity to start both years as a slot receiver and a outside receiver. I didn't make it to the NFL, but I did have combine workouts, and I also had NFL trial workouts also with Canada and Europe. But I had several injuries, MCL, ACL to the knee, and it was just a journey.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
And I admire like just your resiliency doing all of those experiences. Um, it's very inspirational to me.
hmm
Um, and I think I recall you saying that you, I think, didn't you move from California?
yeah. Went to Wichita Falls, Texas, from Fresno, California.
Okay.
hmm
And are you? Are you still living in California now?
Nah, in and out of California in Dallas, Texas.
Okay. And in terms of, and it seems like a lot of your experiences, to me, demonstrate self growth.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, what is your perspective on the concept of self growth?
Man, self growth is it. You know, starting as a kid. You know, you bump your head several times, not knowing what you're doing, going through life. And me being from Richmond, California, I learned a lot from a lot of people. You know, hustlers. You know, gang members, hood niggas. Excuse my French, but and growing up, I always played sports. So, but then again, I liked the money. So I seen those, you know, selling drugs and hustling. So I tried to take part of that at a young age, but they always told me to, you know, stick to sports, you know, because that wasn't where I wanted to go. And knowing that those that knew me, I was great in sports, as far as baseball and football and basketball. So, you know, as a adult now, I look at kids now and how they have a lot. But me personally, self growth is, I can say I learned a lot coming from where I'm originally from, Richmond, California, to now. Far as you know, making decisions, making the right decision, not let being a leader and always moving forward and never giving up.
Okay, that's interesting. And so from your childhood from Richmond to now being in Dallas, how are you currently growing?
Man, I'm a man of God, so I'm always looking up to Him. All praises to Him, and I pray daily. So I never use excuses. I'm always trying to grow daily. That's number one. Regardless if I have what I have now, but I always want more, and I never will quit. You know, I recently lost my dad maybe about a year or two ago, and I always remember that he was a hustler, not, you know, doing drugs, but he had three jobs. So I learned from him to always, always continue to move forward, never go backwards.
Mhm.
So as a man, me, I just tend to continue to pray, stay strong, don't use excuses, and continue to grow. You can grow in all areas, whether it's pursuing another career, you know, learning from others, you know, far as adults, kids, you can learn from anyone. So I will always say that don't never be ashamed to learn something from someone, whether it's, you know, another job skill that you may not know or that's not your field, but you're still learning.
I agree with you. Um, and I believe in the power of prayer also. I think
Amen.
that I think that there were times in my life where I was uncertain and a decision needed to be made
Right.
in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
So in them type of situations, like I felt like all I could really do at that point was pray to ask for
Hmm.
guidance.
You count on God. Yep. Lean on God.
And so sometimes them type of situations, I was tempted to panic
Mm.
because because of the situation that I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
But all I could really do is just pray, hope, and
And
wait.
have faith. Yeah. And that's growth. Yeah, that's growth right there. Cause you gotta think about it. The younger you probably wouldn't have been thinking like that.
Hmm.
But the man you are now is totally different. You gonna use your strength, which is your thinking. So
Hmm.
that's also a part of growth right there. So it's always good to know where you come from, what you done learned in the past, and what you continue to do now, and that's grow. We grow. I tell myself all the time I want to grow until I can't grow no more. So self growth right now, that's a big word right now because it's always room for growing,
Hmm.
getting better at the things that you do in your day to day life.
Yeah, I agree with you. And so in terms of like growing, I do notice because I follow you on Instagram
Mhm.
that you post videos of you working out.
Mhm.
Um, I think you talked earlier in the conversation about your brand pushing healthy lifestyles.
Yes.
Um, what more can you tell me about your business?
Man, PHL pushing healthy lifestyles is it can be anything, man. It's what you make it, but more than anything, it's a lifestyle. And I normally tell a lot of people that I come across uh, that you got to make it a part of your lifetime, your lifestyle if you want to be healthy. It can also be encouraging. I want to motivate the world. I do this for me, but I also do this to let people know that it's possible. A lot of people don't know. Um, I got shot at uh, visiting my own hometown in my own area, 2010, and I'm not ashamed of that. But at the end of the day, you have to pick up wherever you leave off and dig in and understand that anything is possible. But one thing you got to know is one step at a time. It's never a rushing. Everybody want to rush to do something. You have to build yourself. You have to get on that ladder and take one step. If you walk for 10 minutes for 1 week and then you go the next week and do 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, you building something. So again, PHL pushing healthy lifestyles can be anything. The P is for pushing. Pushing could be pushing to get better to God, pushing to get better with yourself, with your family, with work. You may want to be a manager in your company or your own business or at somebody else's place of business. You got to push to get better. You got to sit down and say, how could I get to the top? How could I get that manager position? How could I make more money? So that's pushing. Health, that's going to keep us living. A lot of people want to live long. They want to outlive their parents. They want to outlive their guardian that took care of them. But you have to start a certain area in that, meaning eating right, learning, reading. You have to read to understand what you're doing, whether you eating 3 to 4 times a day, and that could be small portions. But you gotta, just like men, we groom ourselves, or women, we groom ourselves. Those things is part of health and pushing. A lot of people want to look good, but you got to do that in PHL. If you could go to the club, or you can go to the lounge or the cigar lounge, or you can go out with the ladies to go see the Usher or the Beyonce show. You can go get in that gym also, but it's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? The L is lifestyle. When you get that P and that H, everything starts to look good. Like I'm 41 years old, and my kids I coach or people that I meet, they think I'm 20 in my 20s. but it's because I'm getting up every morning. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm taking my vitamins. I'm eating good. I don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect, but I mix it up. I work hard so I could go out and hang out and let a little loose. But at the end of the day, my main priority come Sunday, I'm shutting down. I'm getting back to I'm what my schedule is. My Monday through Friday, which is eating good, taking my protein, my vitamins, having a good intake. So that's
Hmm.
PHL, pushing healthy lifestyles. And when you got that lifestyle, everything gonna look good. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like I brand myself to where that's all I wear. So when I'm out, I stand for what I am. So when
Hmm.
people see me, they gonna say, "This boy looking good," and that's what I work for. So but at the end of the day, it takes time.
Hmm.
Everything takes time. Like I didn't just wake up and this happened. And this been going on for over 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
So this over 23 years of grind since I've been in college, the class of 00. So people that think this just happened, no, I've been at this for a long time and I'm still doing it with the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? Every
Yeah.
day I pray to continue to wake up. I get tired, I don't want to work out, I don't want to push the brand, but I don't I sit there and I complain to myself, but I'm gonna make sure I get it, whether if it's early or if it's late. I'm gonna make sure I get it four to five times out of 7 days.
Why? What motivates you to continue pushing a healthy lifestyle?
Man, I wanna live, man. I lost, like I said, I lost my father. He was in age up at the age of 70, and my mom, was she been into the health scene. She been into the books of what makes you better, what makes you grow, and the vitamins and the supplements and all that stuff. So I was paying attention, but I get up every day. I'm doing this for the brand. I'm doing this for my friends and family that's trying to trying to get in this lane. But at the end of the day, I just want to motivate the world and show people that it's possible. Whether you in the gym, whether you walking, whether you training, or whether you hiking, or whatever type of fitness you doing.
Mm. Yeah, I can relate to that. I wanted to ask you a question. I can kind of hear me on your side. Do you have do you have like your volume on your laptop, or are you just coming listen hearing me through your headset?
Headset.
Okay. Um. So and then you're also talking through your headset, right?
Correct.
Okay. Is there any way to like turn me down in your headset a little bit so I don't echo?
What about now?
1 2 1 2
Okay.
1 2 1 2. I think so.
All right. I still can hear you. Everything good.
Can you go down a little bit more?
What about now?
1 2 1 2.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. Um, so what I wanted to say in terms of like health, fitness, and working out, um, I've been reading up on just the body, and
Mhm.
I discovered uh, when it comes to the cells in our bodies,
Mhm.
um, they're constantly growing or regenerating,
Mhm.
and in order to uh, continue that process, we need to nurture our our cells with like the proper supplements, and also through exercise it will help our the process of our physical longevity and health to like last longer.
Uh-huh.
And if we don't supplement our bodies with the nutrients and and maintaining the process of generating new cell growth, then the process will slow down, and that's what causes aging in people sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that to be really interesting. And after I read that, I just was like, I was just really inspired and motivated to um, eat healthier and
Mm-hmm.
and start
Yeah.
exercising.
Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself, man. I don't play when it comes to that, man. You have to do that. And you as a man, you have to go to the doctor and get your checkups. Cause
Hmm.
you can feel fine, you can look fine, but it may be always something going on with your body. But I do uh tell people and let people know you have to eat your greens, you have to get your supplements, you have to take your vitamins, you have to get your protein in there. And fast food is not gonna get it.
Mm.
You have to get your kids, if you're a woman or a man and you taking care of your younger kids that likes fast food, you have to get them on that page with you.
Oh, that's a
Because when they grow up, they have to go by what you taught them. So if you're not teaching good habits, what's gonna happen when they grow up? They gonna just think about, oh, I can go to Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, or those fast food places out there, and that's it. But if you start preparing meals, taking time out of your day, and quit being lazy, then you will see something change. Your kids will follow your lead. So that's what PHL is about. That's why I do it. I share these drills. I share these things that I'm doing. I'm sharing working out and training and trail runs and trail hikes, so people could say, "Hey, let me try this. Let me see what it'll do." Even when I have discussions with people that reach out to me by email or DM, I always tell them you have to start somewhere, but you
mhm.
can't continue to eat the fast food or the greasy food or those things in that nature. You got to get your salads, your greens, your vegetables, your broccolis. You
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, you can have your cheat days, but you can't overdo it. You can't overdo it, and you gotta be mindful of what you put in your body, because you know everybody want to look good, everybody want to say they fine, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Some of y'all really ain't that, and I'm not even being shady like that. I'm just saying, like, get your act together. When you step out, look good. But at the end of the day, don't be so confident, because you ain't looking how you looking. And I'm just being real. So you know what I mean. Women and men, we like to look good, but go, like, that's why I wrote a book for kids, man. 45 minutes a day, man. That's all you need. And eat correctly. I ain't gonna give y'all all the game, but I'm gonna just tell you, man, you gotta take care of yourself, you know, and read. A lot of people don't read, so they don't know what's going on. So when people are talking, they confused because they used to, one thing. But if you start getting them books, get online. We all be on social media and learn. Just like you was talking about the sales and things like that. As a man and a woman, you still can lose weight. You still can grow. And I've shown myself, and I done it numerous of times. I done lost 20 pounds, and that consisted of being consistent. I lost 20 pounds, and sometimes I can't believe it, but when I seen people, they was like, "Is you all right? You sick?" I'm just like, "Nah, I changed it up. I cut out. the alcohol for this. I did it for a month, a couple years back, and I ate right. I was making portions, eating 4 to 5 times a day. And a lot of people would be like, "Man, I can't eat like that." But you can do anything. That Bible verse, you can do anything that's possible. So don't never have that doubt in your mind. Don't never have that fear in your heart. But you can do anything. If you can get up as a woman and go get your hair done, your nails done, that waxes, take trips, you can go work out and keep yourself up. Even a man, if you like to groom yourself, get your nails done, your feet done, go get your hair cut in that barbershop. You can do all those things. Go spend money in the club. You can do a workout.
I
But a
agree
lot
with
of
you.
people lazy. A lot of people lazy, man. The world is putting people like that. They lazy.
I want to ask you. It seemed like when it comes to uh, healthy lifestyles, pushing healthy lifestyles, um, it takes a sense of awareness from the individual's part to realize that change needs to happen when it comes to dieting and
Hmm.
working out.
Yeah.
Um, how important is awareness in terms of self growth from your perspective?
Man, you just like I said, man, it has to also be in you. You know, when you pushing this lifestyle, it has to be in you. Like, we have good barbers, we have good doctors, we have good teachers, we have uh good entrepreneurs, we have good um whatever you doing, but you learned that craft, right?
Yeah.
So it's not hard to learn and start in another lane of something that you want, but a lot of people is, you know, skipping over and they don't want to try. They don't want to get better. They want to get the surgeries and that type of stuff. And it's cool. I respect those that do that type of stuff because, they paying their hard earned money. But I'm not skipping. I'm not doing that. I'm not cheating, you know.
Hmm.
Those that went to college, you worked hard to get those jobs. I mean, pass those classes and get those good jobs. So that's what you wanted to do. So at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind that what you want in life, you have to do it. So if you if you a teacher and you got to be at school at in your class at 8:30 and you probably wake up at 7 to prepare to get to school at 8:30. That means you can wake up, have everything prepared from the day before, your gym bag, and you have your work clothes in your bag, right?
Yeah.
And you go get up at 5:30. You got 30 minutes to get ready. Have everything in the car. Six. You in the car at 6. You drive to the gym, mm, 10, 15 minutes away. You get to the gym. You can work out from 7 to 8 a.m.
Hmm.
Get in the shower and allow yourself 30 minutes to get to work. Now, when you're done with work, guess what? You take care of your responsibilities, your errands, your kids, whatever. But now, when you get home, you ain't got to worry about, oh, I ain't work out. So now you worked out.
Hmm.
So now you can go home, do your errands, make your phone calls, and feel good at the same time because you already accomplished what you did. So a lot of people don't think like that. They want to have these excuses. So when you so now you say you get off at 4 or 5, you going to the gym. Guess what? What if your son or daughter call you and say, "Mom, I need to be picked up," or "I had an emergency." Now you can't go to the gym. Now you starting all over saying, "Well, dang, I ain't gonna be able to go to the gym. I'll go tomorrow." When you could have went this morning and got it over with.
Yeah. I agree with you.
So you just have to use different strategies and write stuff down and figure out your daily and weekly routes and what you're doing.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, it has to be in you. It has to be in you. I can't get you to do that. You can't get nobody to do that. It gotta be in you.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think you had said something earlier about reading can help to is another form of self growth because
Right.
I think that though our physical bodies when we become an adult can no longer grow in terms of height,
Yep.
we could still grow internally and spiritually. So that's why I subscribe to National Geographic magazine. I subscribe to Fortune magazine, which is a business magazine, because
Right.
I want to grow my internal mind, which
Yeah, you want to. Yeah,
enhances
you
my
want to elevate.
perspective.
Yeah, you want to elevate. That's called elevating.
Hmm.
You don't want to stay the same that you were 5 years or 10 years ago. And I always tell people this: when June hit, I'm thinking about 2024 because that's where we going next year. I'm not thinking about the next few more months in this month. I'm thinking about next year because that's where we at. So we have to grow in that nature too, where trying to you ain't trying to beat this year up, but you still trying to think about what you're gonna do next year. Because when you start waiting to January, you trying to have these goals. Nah, you got to start now on next year. Because if you
Hmm.
don't know what you're doing now, and this year you still lost. If you still trying to say I'm about to go to the gym this year, and you still ain't went, you didn't go from January to June, you still lost. So you have to, like you said, you gotta start reading. You gotta elevate. You gotta change it up. You can't be the same person for another year in the same 12 months. You got to change. And it takes time, but at the end of the day, you got to write stuff down. You be in your cell phone, write it in your cell phone. Go to your notes on there, write it on there. But you got
Yeah.
to change. If you don't change, you're going to be in the same frame of saying, well, next time we'll do it, or next month I'm going to start instead of starting now. Because that's a lot of people excuses these days. I'm gonna start another time. I'm gonna start another day, and you know what I mean. Instead of saying I'm gonna start now.
I want to ask you, in terms of reading, you said that you wrote a children's book. What can you tell me about that?
Well, the children's book, the kids book, is 45 days. It's on Amazon, and I also have my own copies on hand, also, and on my website. The it was I it started in 2019, but COVID hit, so everything has stopped. So I have thought about how to keep kids active, because it was no school, and kids had to wear masks and all those things that was going on during COVID. So I said, man, I'm gonna write a book for kids to do 45 minutes a day. And what I mean by 45 minutes a day is just different movements, different exercise. Because I know back when I was a kid, we was outside, you know, and we in elementary and junior high, we was outside on the playground, tetherball, basketball, pole to pole with the football. So when I was thinking of the 45 minutes a day, I was thinking about different movements like, running in place, jumping jacks, push ups, hand and knees, and squats and different things like that. But then I also got a segment in there where it's teaching you how to be more responsible as a kid, meaning get up and do your hygiene, get up and make your bed, get up and clean your room. See, these parents these days, they're not doing that with these kids. So I put that also in the book to where they have a regimen, you know what I mean, where you're following this guideline to where once you get in the book, this kid should start following what you say. You shouldn't even have to say nothing no more. He know to get up. Cause when I was a kid, that's what I did. I couldn't go nowhere until that bed was made, my room was clean, my teeth was clean, I flossed, ate a good little breakfast, oatmeal, or some, a banana, some fruit, whatever your parent or whatever you have in your household, making sure you're getting a good healthy breakfast before you start your day.
Yeah.
So I concepted all that on each day of 45 days in the book, and also to interact with your kids. The kid not telling you what to do, putting down that cell phone, putting down that iPad, and getting 45 minutes a day of physical education, of working out. So I was doing different exercises and different daily things throughout each page of the 45 days in the book. So when I was writing that down and things, I was just like, man, this is about to go. Because a lot of kids just these days, they just wake up, get on the game, and they doing what they want to do compared to what they need to be learning and understanding that in life you have to set yourself up compared to just it ain't always about TV. It ain't always about the game or the cell phone or the iPad. It's about how you gonna learn. Cause as a man or a woman, when you a kid, once you get older, you're gonna start dating and you can't have no junky room. You gotta so I want the parents to say, hey, you gotta set this up to, take this when you grow and like the self-growing, right? That self-growth, take it with you. So now when that man or that woman come to your place, they like, okay, he on point, he clean, he handling his business, and because a man or woman gonna like that, once you get older. But yeah, so that's what I did with the 45 minutes a day for the kids, but
I
just teaching them.
I think like I like the ideas that you presented in the book, especially the clean self cleanliness,
Yeah,
having discipline to like just do things that are like revolved around hygiene and stuff like that because
gotta have that hygiene.
and making up your bed, that's like, discipline,
One
self-discipline.
on one, man. Yep, self discipline. You got,
And
and that's it's growth. Is you taking something from your childhood and learning that all the way until you leave to go off to move out your parents' house or go to college. You everything you that I put in that book could teach a person how to start from somewhere to get to another level. And
mhm,
it but as parents, as people, we have to implement that though, because it can even be an adult book, because
mhm.
a lot of people don't. And I had them in there, make sure you praying, man, teach your kids how to pray, man, because we need that man upstairs. We ain't doing all of this by ourselves.
Yeah.
Every day I pray for to be forgiven, and then I pray to grow, and I pray to keep going, and I pray for others. So parents, teach your kids how to pray, and teach your kids in general, because they need to know this now before they get up and be lost.
Hmm. And so I wanted to ask you too. Sometimes um, I've seen other posts on your Instagram where it seemed like you were doing something based around multimedia. Are you still involved with that?
Multimedia, what you mean by that?
I saw like you were. I think you have another brand. Um, maybe it was, or maybe it was with maybe it was Jamal's brand, maybe it was Billy's brand. But I followed the page. Were you collaborating with them on anything?
Nah, I wasn't collaborating with them. Anything that I probably post probably be for other people.
Uh,
Uh, anything that's PHL gonna always be PHL. So
Okay.
I always open up and help others, man, because it's all about helping. It's a platform of helping and free. So why not do it? So whatever you probably seen, it probably was me just helping and putting it out there that that person had whatever they had, and just trying to grow, man. I'm trying to grow with everybody. Whoever is out there that want to work, that want to, collab and, figure out how we can grow as people and get this money, man, because it ain't growing on a tree, man. We got to go out here and earn it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, so probably whatever you seen, I probably was just reposting it or whatever it was. I always like posting motivation and things that I may be even thinking about at that time. So it's a free platform, man. It's crazy that you know we have our favorite celebrities, our favorite rappers, singers, NFL doctors, whoever celebrities. We can like them all day long, but we can't like our friends and the people that we follow. And it's sad that when those higher up people posts, you like those people all day, and what people don't recognize with social media is I could find something that's on social media, and you will see your friends and your family liked it their post, but you just probably posted previous after them, and you can't get that same love. I mean, to each his own. I'm not a hater. I'm not mad, but let's love like let's love everybody. You know what I mean? Let's
Yeah,
grow. Let's help everybody grow. It don't take nothing to repost your stuff, my stuff, or whoever we rocking with. Let's help people grow. You know what I mean?
right.
Because the one thing I do learn is when somebody make it big or somebody grow and somebody get seen on that TV. Now everybody gonna start trying to say, "Oh, I know that person," or "I know him," or "I know she." But then you gonna want that same back love when you trying to post on their page and they ain't showing you that love because you know what I mean. You wasn't rocking with them when they was small or they was growing. So let's just show that love. While we growing, that growth right there. This page is free. And before
Yeah.
I even got on social media, I used to be like, man, if if Facebook and MySpace and all them people charged to be on these accounts, nobody would be on here. So why it's free? Let's show love. Let's help everybody grow. And I'm willing to do it. Like I got my cousin that's on there. I post her stuff every day. We got it locked down. Like, hey, we gonna post each other every day when we post something. I tried it with numerous people, and numerous pages, but they can't keep up. They ain't inspired. They don't want to grow. They just stuck in their ways. But hey, PHL pushing out these lifestyles is ready to grow, continue to grow, and we coming. Like Dion said, we coming. Believe that.
And I know you said you had a commitment. Is that are we going beyond the time, or can you stay for another half an hour?
Man, I got 10 more minutes, man. I'm past my time, but I give you 10 more minutes.
Okay. Um, so just to give people context, I had mentioned two individuals, Billy and Jamal. For those people who are unaware, I went to high school with Jason. Billy
Hmm.
and Jamal are also former classmates of mine, and I, it seems like you have still maintained closeness and bonds with them. And so I wanted to ask you, uh, how valuable is your relationship with those two, and why?
Man, I love everybody, man. I'm gonna say that, man. Anybody I know that's been in the past from growing up in Richmond, California, not Virginia, Richmond, California. I mean, I still remember all the things I ever did with those people that, you know, I was rocking with. They know who they are. I still got love for them. I still respect people. Far as the relationship that I have with certain people, you can say Jamal and Bill, man, you have to cherish good brotherhoods, good time, like growth over the years. You see your brothers, you know, getting houses, getting cars, getting business, moving up in other company businesses. And when you see that stuff, you want to maintain your relationships with people like that. I met um, Jamal in what we was in the eighth grade going to the ninth grade. I think that maybe was 95, 96, maybe. I can't remember the actual year, but yeah, man, having good brothers around, man, is always good, man. Even when you go off to college, man, and you meet people, and obviously I played football, sports. I had academic scholarship, and to this day, I have friends that I met in college that we still rocking.
Hmm.
23 years of friendships.
Hmm.
And it's important to have good friends that you can count on. You can call them and conversate and be open. And man, it's the best thing, man. Like I have friends you can ask for money, advice, and when you got people like that, even when they not your brothers, like your blood brothers or your blood sisters or whoever, cousins, it's always good to have them in your back pocket,
Hmm.
even your pocket, man, because you never know when you're gonna need something. And having friendships where you could travel with them and still joke about the old days, it's man, it's always good to hear an old laugh or even talking business, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, friendships last forever, long as you being a man of your word, and you can always listen and not get mad when somebody tell you when you're wrong also.
And so it seemed like when you say be a man of your word, that mean like you got to stand on that.
Mm-hmm.
Not just
Yeah,
today, you got to stand on it tomorrow and the day after. So it seemed like consistency matters when it comes to having long lasting relationships. And
absolutely. Yeah, it does, man, because man, we can't be in this world alone, man. So for y'all that's got enemies and bad vibes with family members and things like that, man, forget those people and move on, man, because it ain't no better than having somebody you can talk to and vent to and laugh with and hang out with and still talk crap when you on the phone with them about the past and still be like, man, I still can beat you right now to this day or whatever y'all conversation be. But yeah, man, friendships is important in my life. I'm gonna say that for sure. Even like me and you, we haven't talked in years, but we on here rapping like we talk every day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it go a long way to know people and still be in communication with people. And I didn't know having social media brought that to me. You know, it's like I'm having a backpack giveaway in Dallas, Texas, August 5th.
mhm,
And man, you'll be surprised at the people that's been donating and helping. And it's crazy, man, where, and that goes back from having good friends and being a good person at that also, being a godly man and being good. Because when you do good to others, it's going to come back. The blessings going to come back, man. I always tell people, give, and it's gonna come back, regardless if you know it or not, or whenever it comes, it's gonna come back, man. Reverse back to you.
yeah, I agree with you. I was just thinking about like I was thinking about the sun and the sky, and it was like if the sun was greedy, or if the sun was like self-centered, it didn't care about any of us, like where would we be at? It gives unconditionally. And I try to
Mm-hmm.
like really I really try to model myself, after, nature at times sometimes, because I mean, nature never like really is in conflict. It's usually like human beings that are like hating on each other and stuff like that. So I think we can find inspiration and self growth from like not only from our friends, but we can find it from you know other aspects, which would lead me into a question that we have for a later time, as far as like the nine multiple intelligences and what which ones you feel like you're strong at, and which ones you like to grow in. But
Mm-hmm.
for people who are interested in that, we're gonna have a part two. I'm gonna have a part two with Mr. Washington
Mm-hmm.
because of time constraints. But before we go, would you like to plug some of your social media and also your website for so people can find your products?
Okay, again, I'm Jason Washington. I call myself Mr. PHL. I'm stamping that because I deserve it. Um, I don't consider myself a trainer. I consider myself a coach. You can find me on Instagram, PHL, Pushing Healthy Lifestyles. YouTube, you can find me on YouTube, PHL, Pushing Healthy Lifestyles. Make sure y'all actually sign up for YouTube. Don't just get it. Don't just get the app. Make sure you sign up because people can grow when you sign up. And it's I can go into details about that, but again, PHL on YouTube, Pushing Healthy Lifestyles. Also, my website, PHL Pushing Healthy Lifestyles. You can put it in Google. Pretty sure articles will pop up. Amazon will pop up. I have my books on both my website and on Amazon. Um, and again, if you want to collab, email me at phl pushing healthy lifestyle at gmail.com. Or you can DM me if you have any questions. I do have a service fee for what I got going on with my brand. It's just like anybody else that's out there working out there in the field, at your jobs. If you work at Best Buy as a manager, you ain't gonna let nobody just come out there and walk out with no PlayStation. You're gonna make sure they pay. So again, respect everybody movement, respect us entrepreneurs, us business people, and people that's out here putting in work. Ain't nothing free unless you spending a little money. You may get free a little bit, but respect us, man. Make sure y'all follow me on PHL Pushing Healthy Lifestyle. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a girlfriend, tell a kid. I'm willing to help whoever.
Yeah, and as far as the backpack drive, I hope that's successful. And
Appreciate it.
when I'm looking forward to you sharing your sharing perspective on that experience, and
Yeah, my
what.
my first backpack turnout was pretty good. 2019. I'm back at it. Everybody know that um, COVID took place, and I was still donating, but the turnouts could not be because everybody was at home. But the first turnout was good. That's on on PHL Pushing Healthy Lifestyles on YouTube also. So you can watch that experience. I had one of my good friends, Drew Gooden, on there. He came out and was in attendance as a guest speaker and also presence also. And this year we're gonna try to make sure we do it a little bit more bigger this time, where we giving out over 200 to 300 backpacks. We're gonna have prizes. So if anybody on here from Texas in here that's watching us right now, tell your friends, your cousins, whoever, guardians. We giving out bags, supplies. We're gonna have games. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have special guests that pull up on us. We will be having prizes also. So when you walk in, we'll have raffle tickets. We're gonna be giving away Nike shirts, shoes, gym bags, gift cards to Chick-fil-A, Subway, McDonald's. We also donating to the Martin Luther King Center, where we have it at the south side of Dallas. We're gonna donate 50 backpacks to them, and we're gonna donate backpack balls, footballs, and soccer balls. So, man, if you guys want to donate for the cause to help these kids that's in need, hit me up on Instagram. Also, DM me, or you can hit me up on Pushing Healthy Lifestyles at gmail.com. Cause we like that's why I said earlier, PHL Pushing Healthy Lifestyle is more than just fitness, man. It could be anything because we here to help.
Wow, that's amazing. So, yeah, I thank you for being my newest guest on the
Yes,
podcast.
sir. No problem, bro. I got you, bro. Anytime you need me on or the co-host with you, I'm here. I'm here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate the support, and this is definitely a spiritual journey. This is
Yes, sir.
something that was inspired by God for me to make, and
Amen. Yes, sir. Amen.
this is you know, uh, this is I think this is for everyone. So,
Yeah,
uh,
blessings, man. Blessings on that, man. Like I said, man, if you want to fall in line with me and we repost each other's things and just on your story and you send me what you have, I see what I have, we can rock, man. Like I said, it's free, man. It don't take nothing but 5 seconds, 10 seconds to repost and push the movement. Let everybody know that we out here helping each other, man. Let's get back to that love, man. That's the thing. Man, I can talk all day, man, but hey, PHL Pushing Healthy Lifestyle with my bro, man. Appreciate you for having me on, man. This was dope, man. We gonna do that part two whenever you can and whenever I'm free, and let's break bread again, bro.
okay,
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Everybody that was tuned in, I appreciate y'all too. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the evening. And we signing off. Good night.
Later.